We are back. It's Weather for Weather Geeks time, Thursday evening edition. What a fantastic end of the day we had today. And as promised, tomorrow is going to be absolute weather perfection. Unless you're a pool owner, maybe a little bit too cool for you tomorrow. But otherwise, yeah, hard to find much to complain about with our Friday forecast. And again, today was a nice day. A little bit cooler than average. Yesterday was exactly average. If you remember, both our low and our high hit those 30-year averages right on the money. Today we were 6 below average in terms of the low, and 3 below average for the afternoon high today. The records today, 93 and a chilly 44 on this date back in 1972. We've seen half as much rain as we should have through today's date at the Youngstown Warren Airport in the month of August. We're not going to add much to those totals in the coming days, and it's Thursday, so we got an update on the drought monitor today, and not much in the way of change today. They basically left our TV viewing area alone. Basically, a good chunk of our area still abnormally dry. And if you're watching this from Canfield, Austintown, Niles, Warren, Sebring, Beloit, down towards Hanoverton, kind of that zone, those are some of our drier areas. The farther south and east you go in our area, the better we've done in the rain department in recent weeks, so we have not been put under the abnormally dry designation in Newcastle and Grove City and East Liverpool, and everywhere in between. Again, not going to see much in the way of wet weather, I think, over the next handful of days. We do have some rain chances in next week's forecast, which we'll talk about, but at this point, it just does not look like, in the grand scheme of things, all that much rain. Mentioned on the 6 o'clock news this evening, we have a Bob Ross kind of sky this evening with some happy clouds up there. Those cumulus clouds, my banner's wrong. This is Niles, of course, not Boardman, but overlooking Eastwood Mall here in Niles. We have a beautiful, beautiful evening ongoing with dew points slipping down into the 50s at the airport. The dew point as of 7 p.m. down to 54. You don't have to head too far to our south to find some of the higher dew points, but even in places like Morgantown and Clarksburg and Athens and Cincinnati, even in those places, the drier air is going to win the battle over the next 12 to 24 hours. Near that front, we still have a few showers and storms in kind of the same spots we had some activity last evening. So down I-79 out of Pittsburgh, closer to Morgantown, and down towards Parkersburg, Marietta along 77 heading into West Virginia. In the meantime, our sky clearing out nicely, and a moonlit sky tonight. And as I talked about last evening, full moon is actually tonight, and this is our 4th consecutive and final supermoon of 2022. Supermoon being a somewhat larger than average full moon, because the moon is a little closer to the Earth than it is at other times in its orbit around our planet. It's not a perfect circle, that orbit, so at times it's a little bit closer to us, and when its closest approach to us coincides with the full moon, you get what we call a supermoon. It's called the sturgeon moon a lot of times when we have a full moon in the month of August. All right, and a dance partner for the moon tonight. If you look up and to the left of the moon, bright object is not a star. That's going to be the planet Saturn. And Jupiter will be pretty close to the moon in a couple of nights as we head into the weekend. But right now, or tonight I should say, it is Saturn that will be dancing with the moon. And wow, what a day to get outside on our Friday. Just perfection with low dew points, lots of sunshine, and just a fantastic August day. Now, this high slips off to the east on Saturday, and I do think it'll start to cloud up on Saturday, particularly mid to late afternoon. The sky will get pretty milky, may even get pretty overcast towards evening, but I think we'll be dry through the daylight hours on Saturday. It's Saturday night into Sunday that we might squeeze out a shower or two. I don't think it's much rain at all, but a passing shower is going to be a possibility. Keep that in mind if you have outdoor plans on Sunday. It may kind of look like rain for a lot of the day, but I don't think it's going to do a whole lot. It will be a fairly cloudy and cool by August standards. End of the weekend, though. Keep in mind our averages are still in the lower 80s, so we'll fall just shy of that on Saturday and then several degrees shy of the average on Sunday with a high temperature of 75 degrees. So the air mass is drying out, and this will be our coolest night, Friday night, that we've had since late June, and this will be our driest air mass that we've had since about July 15th. This is a look at the dew point trace at the airport going back to the first of the year. We had one little nice cold front that came through middle of July that knocked our dew point back into the lower 40s briefly. Ever since then, though, yeah, we've had dew points mostly upper 50s to lower 70s over the last 2 to 3 weeks. So with dew points probably slipping into the 40s for a time, tomorrow afternoon through tomorrow night into Saturday morning should be our driest little punch of air that we've had in almost a month. Now, if you look at the forecast on this graphic or on the Storm Tracker 21 app, you're going to notice these small chances of rain Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Pretty stuck weather pattern next week with an upper low setting up shop over the mid-Atlantic states and the northeastern U.S. I think the bulk of the shower, the most frequent showers, will probably be just to our east next week. But we're going to be close enough to that feature that we're going to allow for at least 1 or 2 showers each and every day. Small risk for thunder. Doesn't look like a severe weather pattern at all. And it doesn't look like a very warm pattern at all, with temperatures next week mostly in the 70s. And you see that reflected on today's CPC 6 to 10 day outlook, showing very good odds of a below average stretch from the 17th through the 21st. Now, beyond the 21st, as we go into the final 10 days of August, I am seeing some signs on the longer range modeling that it won't be as cool. It may not be a hot pattern per se, but it will probably be much more typical of late August and perhaps even some above average temperatures during that final 10 days. But until about the 21st, more often than not, we're going to have some pretty cool late August weather, good sleeping weather with lows a lot of times, I should say, getting down into the 50s. That'll do it for me tonight. Short and sweet on this Weather for Weather Geeks Thursday evening edition. Have a great rest of your night, and again, thank you for watching.